I just want to add one thing that you said about agency, which I think is really valuable. Because it's kind of like, because I'm a dad, I have 2 kids, and I kind of like give my wife a hard time for this. Where it's, so for example, if my kid gets hurt or if they fall down, rather than going up and saying, "Oh, are you hurt?" I'll just be like, "Hey, how are you feeling? Are you okay? Are you okay or whatever?" And versus like, I don't want to project the ideas in their head, like, "Oh, are you scared?" For example, I really hate that question, because then all of a sudden they'll think, "Should I be scared? Is this how I should be thinking?" It's like, no, like what are you experiencing right now, and just having them speak up to that. And I think
And that's
that's a
great
really,
insight.
yeah, and I think that's a really valid point. I try not to, again, because I just think that so many people just don't use their brain nowadays, or not enough people is probably a better way to put it.
Well, I mean, this is again off track from my life story or whatever, but since we're just talking about it, I mean, I have lots of pontifications about all this. I've been working on a book. Like, this is my thing about it. Okay, so the kids, when they're young, they are like, they have nothing. Okay, so like, let me back up you.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Here's my whole thing, and this will make sense when we get into the other shit. All right, it is my opinion, or like my musing, it will be my philosophical offering, that life is simply that you have to eat, you have to sleep, and you have to deposit your waste. Mm-hmm. These are the only things that are absolutely necessary for you to like maintain your life form at the most basic level, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I can put you in a cell, and I can give you those things, and I can keep you alive for a long time.
Yeah, right.
Like a long time, like a long time. Like, you know what I mean? I don't have to talk to you. I don't have to eat. All of that is not necessary in real life. It's not, right? So that means then that every single thing that's not that is just something to do in this life. It is just something that we are doing to like entertain our perception on a regular basis, right? That's it, bro. The jobs, the kids, the wife, like all that stuff, bro. Everything is something for you to do with your perception.
Right.
It's important to understand this then, because if you are doing things or you have things in your life that are dragging you down, that are making you unhappy, you don't have to do it.
Right.
You actually like you do, and nothing, no social mechanism of like hooks and ladders of like all the levy system of, but if I do this, it'll do that. None of it matters. It's not real. You can absolutely go do whatever you want to do. So it's important to understand then that you are actively opting in to all the stuff that you're doing.
Right.
Take a hold of it. People, we're going to get into the business stuff and all the stuff I do. People tell me on a regular basis, like, bro, how do you have the time to do this? And I'm like, but bro, I have the same amount of time, weirdo. Like, that's the dumbest question ever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that means you're absolutely lost.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're not even thinking about the and I understand that people mean it colloquially, so I don't want people to like razz me in the comments. I understand that, but no, at the base level, they really mean it though. You mean, you know what I'm saying? They really mean it.
Yeah, people get too distracted is what it is. They let themselves get distracted by stuff that doesn't necessarily, it's not necessarily fulfilling is what it is. It's probably the best way to put it.
That's what I would say too. And I was going to say about distracted. I'm like, well, I mean, ultimately what I just tell people is like, hey, we have the same amount of time, but this is what I'm choosing to fill my time with.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's just that simple. Like I really feel like a lot of times like people like pedestal me or something when I'm talking, and I'm like, don't do that. It's not like that. It's like, I really just work all day. Like, it's not that deep. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm obsessive. If you were next to me, you would see that, like, yes, like I'm good at this, but like, I'm on like, okay. One of the chapters in my book is about reframing difficulty. Okay. What I'm talking about is like, yo, there's nothing that's easy or hard. Everything that just takes what it takes. And so if it takes 100,000 hours of basketball practice to be like a D1 college basketball player, listen, I bet you if you go and do the drills and do the things, you will be the thing. I'm telling you, I don't care how tall you are, no matter. I'm telling you, you do like the workouts and you do the situation, you do these requisite things, you will at least be that talent level.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Or that skill level. Let me say skill level.